So here I am, lying on my deathbed, still in agony. I won't be around much longer, and I guess all I can do is relay my story in hopes that someone, anyone, will heed my warning and do what I didn't. So, here it goes. My name is Jason. I'm 22 years of age, and a week ago today, I messed up. As you know, it's that time of year again. Spooktober's just around the corner. Stores are already fueling the craze with cheaply made cosmetics and decorations. Big brands and corporations are releasing new products so they can reap the rewards of a gimmick holiday. Because that's all it is. A gimmick. A quick cash grab for big names. An excuse for people to go out partying, and an excuse for children to drag their not as excited parents out of their comfort for candy and sugary goods. But I'm getting off topic. I work a standard warehouse job. My coworkers are friendly enough, if not irritating at times, but if you're in any field of work, you'll know yourself that's nothing new. If you're like me, you keep your head down and keep to yourself, socializing to your coworkers at times, but mostly keeping to yourself and working in hopes that the day will go by quicker. It was on this particular day that I was feeling adventurous. Friday, the last day of my working week, until I can sit at home for the weekend and do as I please. On this particular day, I didn't make any breakfast or lunch, and decided I'd splash my cash on a breakfast sandwich from the local food wagon that stops outside of my workplace. This was my first mistake. If I had just made my own lunch, this never would have happened. 10:15 a.m. comes around and I hear the jingle of the approaching wagon. My stomach rumbling in anticipation for what delights are about to come my way. I hastily jump up from my workstation and get to the van as my coworkers all race to be first in line and get the best picks before they're gone. Luckily for me, I reacted fast and got straight to the wagon, my eyes taking in the beautiful sight of all the hot, pastry-baked goods inside. But that wasn't the first thing I noticed. A colorful blue and orange can by the cold goods section stole my gaze away from the rest. A can of Day of the Dead themed Monster Energy. Now, I've never tried Monster before in my life. That sugar-filled crap isn't good for anyone. But something was different. Whether it be the vibrant colors or the pretty printed skeletons on the can, I wanted it. Something I wouldn't otherwise want, I wanted. I glanced away for a second, pondering. I grabbed some hot food and picked up the can without thinking twice about it any longer. I paid for my goods and retired back to my workstation, a grin on my face. I didn't hesitate. This was for my lunch, but I was too hungry and couldn't help myself. I sat down and began scoffing down my meal, practically inhaling every bite. I cracked open the can, staring at it for a second before taking a small sip of the yellow liquid inside. I took a deep breath and took in a bit of the fluid. Mango, bubbling, fizzy, exotic mango. That's all? I muttered, slightly disappointed. The festive design was just there to draw me in to purchase the drink, and it had worked. Oh well, I guess I couldn't complain. The drink was still tasty, and I needed something to wash down the rest of my food. I finished my meal and continued working, taking gulps of the drink occasionally as I worked. After about an hour or two of working, the pain started. A dull, burning sensation in the pit of my stomach arose without warning. While slightly irritating, it wasn't anything major. I kept my composure and continued working away, longing for 17:30 p.m., my finishing time for the day. A passing coworker's gaze was captured by the colorful can set next to me. Monster Energy, huh? You know that stuff's practically poison. It'll burn you from the inside out. I glanced up, in awe at the nerve of this guy. It's just an energy drink. I thought I'd give it a try. And what I buy with my money is my concern and only mine. I slammed back at him. Your funeral, buddy, he said in a condescending tone, a smirk crossing across his face. Looking back, I wish I had listened. Maybe then I wouldn't be where I am today. Hours later, it was time to leave. The burning had persisted since it had started, slowly growing more painful as time went. I got home and took some Pepto to hopefully calm my stomach a bit. I didn't think anything of the pains. I thought maybe it was because I wasn't used to the sugar content in energy drinks and my tummy was having a tough time coming to terms with what had entered it early on that day. I went about my business, made dinner, relaxed in front of the TV for the night, and went to bed without event. That's when it happened. I woke up in the middle of the night to agonizing pain in my lower torso and top of my legs. I tried to get up and see what was causing the pain, but I couldn't move. I couldn't feel the rest of my legs. I leaned over to turn on the lamp and, oh God, I wish I didn't. I wish I'd never drank that stupid energy drink. My stomach was exposed. A big, smoldering hole in my gut leading into where my stomach and intestines should have been, but they weren't there. They were gone. I slowly realized what was going on, and as the pain intensified, blood oozing out of the wound as well as a rancid, yellow substance that began burning anything it touched. That's when I realized something even more disturbing. The yellow substance had completely melted away my digestive system and had worked its way through my spinal cord and flesh of my lower back. That's why I couldn't feel my legs. I was paralyzed. Any hope of being able to get up, walk, or do anything burned away by the vicious yellow fluid erupting from my insides. Strangely, the liquid seemed to grow. As in, it seemed to create more of itself out of nowhere. I reached for the phone on my bedside table and frantically dialed emergency services, excruciating pain erupting from the entirety of my lower body, the parts I still had sensation in anyway. All I could do was lay there helplessly as my body was dissolved, waiting for an ambulance to arrive. That's when I blacked out. I awoke a few hours ago. The lower half of my body, as well as my digestive system, is gone. Some of my vital organs, like my liver and kidneys, are also gone, turned into puddles a week ago when it happened. Apparently, I'd been in a coma-like state ever since, and I've now been told I don't have long left to live. A couple of hours at best. Doctors are surprised I've been alive this long, even on their machines and life support. Take heed of my warning and listen carefully to what I have to say next. The next time you feel drawn into something you wouldn't usually get, or you feel an odd vibe off something, don't go through with it. I made the mistake of letting a marketing trick draw me in, and it's become my demise. I hope you all have a lovely Halloween. Enjoy the festivities. Waste your money on your candy and Halloween-themed drinks. It became my demise and downfall. This entry was found in the diary of the recently deceased Jason Crawford. The cause of his demise is of yet unknown, and the mysterious substance found at the scene of the incident is just as strange. It's unknown what the substance is or how it came to be inside of an energy drink, and it's been as of yet unidentifiable by forensics. But be warned and steer clear of any canned beverages for the time being. This liquid could still be out there, ready to claim another life.